this mic, ready? So our voices come through on the recording, but if everybody turns on, we get feedback. Yeah, yours isn't on. No, yours is not on, so don't turn it on. Okay. All right, the first project tonight is Al Foxy, 622 Route 303. Please come forward for this project, sign in, and state your name and your relationship to the project. You can go both, doesn't matter, but you do need to say your names out loud and state your relationship to the project.
So my name is Catherine Krahulik with the firm Blakely Platt and Schmidt. I'm the attorney on record today.
I'm Jason Anderson with ADG Architects, the architect.
Okay, could you turn your mics on? Just hit that button. Voila, thank you.
Good evening, I'm Zachary Rohde, landscape architect with Colliers Engineering.
Okay, thank you. So now you might wish to go there to tell us about your project.
All right, good evening, members of the board. Like I said, my name is Catherine Krahulik. I'm with Blakely Platt and Schmidt. I'm covering for the handling attorney, Lino Sciaretta, today. And yep, we're here on behalf of the applicant for the Al Foxy project. Simply, we're here to request your consideration of approving the project tonight. We've come a long way. This project did receive neg deck last December. We received preliminary approvals. We're seeking final approval, so we will need your blessing for that. This project is for a warehouse distribution facility, and I have with me tonight the architects for that project, the building architect, Jason Anderson, from ADG Architecture, and the landscape architect, Zach Rohde, and he's with Colliers Engineering. They'll give you some updates on the project, and if you have any questions, they can certainly field your answers. We'll start with the landscape architect presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. I'm Zach, landscape architect with Colliers Engineering and Design, covering for Justin Ferrazzano, who is the civil engineer with Colliers, who headed the project. So the site is located along Al Foxy Way at the corner of Route 303. It's currently mostly vacant land. There's some wooded areas, and there is a drainage ditch running through the site. We're in the process currently to divert the stream around the proposed site. We're doing that via the town board. The site is almost entirely within the LI district, with a small portion near Route 303 falling within the LIO district. So we're proposing a warehouse, 160,120 square foot building. This includes 6,880 square feet of office space with 90 parking spaces, 33 loading bays, and 29 trailer parking spaces. The project has already received preliminary site plan approval, a negative declaration, a zoning board approval of requested variances for building height, outdoor loading bays, and 24/7 hours of operation. So I'm prepared to answer any questions relating to the landscape and lighting designs. And then we have, as Katie introduced, Jason with the architect. So I don't know if the board wants to review the building first or the landscape and lighting. You guys kind of let us know what order you'd like to go in.
Board, which way would you like to go?
We had the landscaping open, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, happy to.
Yeah, let's go with that. Explain it completely. I had some trouble following your legend because it's the same deciduous tree legend everywhere on the property. You have to go to the next page to make it all go, figure it out. It's a production.
So we've provided a fairly dense planting design with some extra buffering along the immediate neighbors. We've also provided street tree style plantings along Alfaxi Way to add to the character of the roadway as well as screen the building. Okay, so you'll be able to see a lot of visuals with the architect's exhibits showcasing that the building is very well screened from view. This is due to both the topography of the site, which sits considerably lower than the roadway elevation, and as well as the buffer plantings that we are proposing. We've provided steep slope mixes in certain areas, such as the basin side slopes and disturbed areas to assist in stabilizing the area. As far as a complete kind of review of the landscape, we're utilizing adaptive species, very common species. They're robust. They're pretty much bulletproof, pretty much all native, I believe. And if there's something that's not native and this board requires a fully native plant palette, then that's something we'd be happy to make an adjustment. Basins throughout the site for the stormwater management are seeded with the appropriate seed mixes for side slopes and bottom of the basin. If there's any specific questions about the planting approach, it's mostly about buffering views, making sure the building is hidden, and just kind of supplementing some of the wooded areas on the edges with infilled plant materials.
So I had a question concerning the two white pine under the evergreen list, white spruce, because, is it two? I don't know, there's a few of those. But anyway, that's a very shallow rooted species, and you're on a property with a lot of water. That's my concern about that one.
Point taken, we can provide some additional, something we often would use in place of that would be like a Douglas.
Full tree, but.
Yeah, they're very widely used. That's probably why it was selected. Very available. Again, it's kind of like one of those bulletproof options. There's not a lot of pests or issues associated with it. But we can incorporate, we can come up with a couple of different options.
Yeah, if it's in a very well-drained area, it'll be fine. But I've seen them go down, whoop, in a good wind because of the shallow roots.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come up with a more deeply rooted option.
Okay. Can you tell me specifically where the river birch are? There's only two of those.
I suspect they're near the basins, but I'd have to look.
Well, I couldn't figure it out.
It's a little challenging, not personally do this plan.
Well, I understand, but all of the deciduous trees have sort of the same symbol, and then you gotta get in here and follow the initials, and I couldn't figure out where they were.
Having the same issue.
It's hard to find where there's just two trees. I see a lot of places where there's three, there's 4, 5, whatever.
Right.
I just couldn't find it.
It's possible that it's an error and it's not on the plan.
Ah. Because they're very nice trees, very attractive.
It probably also should not be categorized as an ornamental tree. They're really just a deciduous.
Say the
Yeah.
BN is the one you're looking for?
Yeah, BN.
Yeah,
They're on the
BN.
corner of the building. Corner of the building.
Oh.
Which corner?
Right here.
Oh, yeah, right there, okay.
Ah,
So find, where's Waldo? We found it.
yeah, exactly. Thank you.
And they're in plantings. Those are plantings, what is that?
Are they in the ground or in planters? What does that symbol mean?
It's like a planter.
Oh, the symbol below, those are some perennial plantings at the base
Ah,
Within like a grass area, but overall, and at the base of it, there's, looks like some daylilies. That flowering perennial, just for the building entrance.
oh, that's why it's confusing. It's a combo of symbols.
Yeah.
That's the Stelladoros in there then.
Yeah, the Stelladora daylilies.
Yeah,
So seasonal.
those are fabulous choice. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Anybody else have questions on the landscaping? Everybody ready to move on to the building? Yes?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what's that?
We can review the lighting as well. It's in the same design document. Immediately after the landscape are the lighting drawings.
Oh, the lighting is on here.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot about that. So sorry. Yeah, let's talk about that. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, tell us about the lighting.
All right, so for the lighting, we are proposing very typical black light pole style fixtures. There's 15 total throughout the project. There's also some wall pack sconce lights on the building. There are 11 of those. So they've been placed to meet the minimum light standards while eliminating any spillage beyond the property limits. So there's zeros at all the property lines. Everything is consistently 25 feet mounting height for both the pole fixtures and the building sconces. And then they are all aimed to ensure that no glare is directed at our neighbors. So we have calculations displaying the average, minimum, and maximum foot candle measurements, and we have confirmed that all this falls within the allowable standards. All the lighting fixtures are 3,000 Kelvin, so they all share the same lighting temperature for consistency. And I do have the actual lighting fixture cut sheets on hand if the board wants a copy of it.
I think we would like a copy of it.
Sure, it's okay, you got it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Is it just one copy? Okay, so this is. Will the link be on 24 hours or is one copy?
I believe that's, yeah, they've gotten approval for 24/7 operations.
No, any-
So, well, go one way and go the other way.
Yeah. Anybody want to see these? Send them that way. Everybody good? Okay. All right, are there any more questions from the board about the lighting? No?
No.
Oops, thank you. So then we'll talk about the building.
Sounds good. So again, Jason Anderson, ADG Architects. I know I have a soft voice, so I'll try to speak into the microphone. I'll walk through a few different pieces on the building itself. I'm going to start with drawing A900 PB. So this is a rendering of the building from two different angles, showing the actual colors of the building, which we'll go through in just a moment, and materials. But this gives us sort of an overview. It doesn't show the landscaping fully grown or anything. It's really to be able to represent the building and explain what it looks like. So again, we've got our warehouse. It's 50 feet tall. Essentially, what we do is we try to break up the massing a bit with paint colors, and a little bit of adjustment at the top of the building in the corners. So you see that along the entry here where we've got the tenant signage. We've got a nice entry. That's where we were talking about those ornamental trees at that one corner. We create an element there at the corner with paint banding, windows, and then you'll see we've got windows going around the entire building which provide daylight into the warehouse as well. So these elements are at the corners of the building, which you'll see if you were to take a look at the technical drawings. Those are shown there. The entire building is really three materials. It's concrete, it's glass, and it's paint, and that's about it. So these walls are 10 inches thick of concrete. They've got insulation in between. So that's for a number of reasons. The two primary reasons are acoustics. Whatever happens inside doesn't come out. We've got 10 inches of concrete. The other is, as opposed to metal buildings that you see on many warehouses, this will basically look the same in 20 years as it does today because it's just a concrete building. One of the things that we have learned over the years, because we do many of these, is to paint the entire building so it doesn't look like concrete. So even the lighter color that you see here, that is actual paint. So the entire building will be painted. Take a look at drawing A901. So there's the same views that we were looking at. These are the materials that we're using. I'm sorry, one other material. We have a black aluminum canopy which comes out over the main entry. So that's the only other thing that's on the exterior of the building. These are the three paint colors that we're proposing. We usually use a few different color palettes depending on where we are in the country. So when we're out west, we use reds and something that works more with the desert environment. Here we stick with more slate colors. So we've got the Andes Summit, blue lace, and Coventry gray. And that really works well, particularly with overcast days and not standing out within the community. And we'll show you what that looks like. But what I'll do is I'll pass around. It's going to be tough. These are the actual
Thank you.
three samples. So you'll see them represented here, but those are the physical samples of what the paint colors will be on the building.
Yeah. Very nice.
So a couple of things that we do. I'm going to just put this to the side.
Can we take that over here so we can have a closer look at it?
What's
This
that?
board.
Oh, we have a request from the board.
Yes.
If possible, could you bring it a little closer?
Could we,
Oh,
could we
the,
put it on the table so we could, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we still want the public to be able to
Yeah.
see it, but we need to see it as well. You want to move your easy easel, the easiest easel? Yes,
a little
thank
closer?
you.
Okay.
Then you just have to speak into that microphone for the recording.
Every board tells me I've got a tough thing with my voice. Okay, so where were we? So paint colors. So you'll see what you've got in front of you. That's what's being represented here. Depending on the printing is the slight adjustments, but those are physically the colors. Where I was going. Okay, so where I was going, one of the things we do for every project is we also do visual simulations, so view shed studies essentially. And as we were discussing with the planning board, where they would like these, 2 points were selected, vantage point 1, vantage point 2, which you'll see. So one was from the residence, that is along this street, and then one right at the entrance into Alfoxy. So with that, what we end up doing, if I take a look at, so this here is VP1. So VP1 is this location, so this is one of the residences. This is just the raw image, so you don't see the building at this point. And so what I'm going to do now is show you what the building will look like. So because of the topography, because of the coloring, if you were to get close, and I could pass this around, you'll see slight pieces of the building through here, but what we did is we dashed the line. Because a lot of times people say, oh, it's a 50-foot high building, what's that going to look like? But of course, it depends on topography. That's based on the average grade. So we are representing where that was, and so we presented this also at the planning board. Practically speaking, it's a very difficult location because of the topography to actually see the building, and the coloring really does help here in that respect as well. So that was the one location. The other location that we were requested to do was from the entry to the street. And so that is VP2. And so here we are, VP2 at the entry, and there is the building in the background. And so again, with even the colors, we select that intentionally because in our area it does work out. I'll pass this around because it may be a little still tough to see. One of the reasons for that, though, I'm going to just look real quick. 480 feet away from that vantage point, so that's what you see here at the bottom. And then you can sort of see the topography. This is a site section that takes you from that vantage point to where the building is. We did this study because there was a lot of discussion as we were going through the planning board with what would be on the roof when we have air conditioning units, such like that. So we studied all of that with them because we have parapets, so everything is hidden. And so as you get closer to the building particularly, that will be hidden as well. But that is then what it will look like as you're driving past along that entry. And that's the quick summary of 4 years worth of work.
I have a question on the AC units. They're supposed to be on the roof of the building?
Yeah, so there's only air conditioning units at the offices. So the building is not cooled. So it's just like what you would see on any office building. But we have a parapet. So we have a 3-foot high parapet. The roof is sloping down, so that's all hidden behind the parapet. So you will not see the AC units.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting when you have a building like this. The building looks flat at the top, but behind that, the roof is sloping, of course, to get the water off. So there's even though it's a 1/4 inch per foot, because it's such a wide building, it takes up about 6 feet of space. So there's this big void that's on the other side, so a lot gets hidden up there as a result.
The doors under, like the storefront doors?
Yeah,
What are
aluminum.
What does that look like? I'm trying to like.
So that's aluminum. It's on.
I'm just gonna see like a.
So if you were to take a look here, that's the aluminum storefront.
Okay.
And what I did, just in case, so this is the aluminum storefront that will be used, and that's what's represented there. Solar band, this is solar band 70, solar band 65 is actually what we'd be using in our climate zone, but it looks the same. So this is the glass that would be there. And then, of course, this is not the 10-inch thick concrete, but this is a representation of the concrete, but of course painted with those paint colors. But that's the storefront.
Okay, and there's just one storefront.
Yeah, it's, well, so you have it, all the glass at the top is also considered storefront punch windows, but when it comes to the actual entry element, you notice here, that is where the canopy is, that's where the store front is. And there may be a second floor office within that space as well, so you'll see that there are windows up higher, and that storefront goes up 2 stories as a result. I'm gonna set this down.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board? Okay, we will now open this meeting to the public for public comment. Is there anyone wishing to speak on this project from the public? Yes, please come forward. State your name, your address.
My name is Donald Brenner. My office at 4 Independence Avenue in Tapan. I represent the abutting property owner. And the question is, it was mentioned that the stream is being diverted. Can they please explain to the board how the stream starts and where it's going to terminate?
Okay, thank you.
That's all shown on the utilities plan, sheet number 6, Collier set. And it's gonna be diverted through a series of pipes around the building. There's an existing culvert, I believe, here being rebuilt. And then it's gonna be increased current flow. I think it's right around this zone. We have the existing conditions. Show us.
Okay.
So,
We really have to do public comment, I'm sorry. We have to do public comment where you ask the questions and the applicant can respond. You have to respond to the board, and so the board hears and the public hears and the recording hears.
Let me explain the problem. The problem is, my client has a nursery right next door to the north. He uses that water for his planting. He's used it over many, many years. So we have to determine that he's not going to be deprived of this water by moving the stream away from where he gets his source of water. So I think it's kind of premature, because we don't know whether the town board's going to approve the stream movement, because if they don't approve it the way he's drawn it, I think there's a problem. And therefore, that's why I'm here to say, please let him explain how he's moving the water and whether it's going to be effective to my client, because we're going to go to the town board when they're holding that hearing. So I think the ACABOR meeting's a little premature until the town board decides where the stream's going to be moved.
Well, the ACABOR is not involved with the stream moving. We are involved with the aesthetics of the project, not the
I think
stream.
you have planting along the stream. I think you do have planting in that area, and I think it will be affected.
Something's happening here.
Oh, maybe I've walked back too far. I think you have plantings along the stream movement and in that area, and if the stream is not moved exactly the way they're showing it, there is a problem.
All right, thank you for your concern.
The applicant would like to come up.
I'll just reiterate what you were saying, which is that's not, that's not a consideration today, and it is going before the town board, so we would just ask that that be left as a consideration for the town board.
I will say that question again for the mic. Is there anyone else from the public who would like to speak on this project? All right, hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. So now, we need a motion from the board, if they choose to approve the landscaping plan with the option, not the option, with the suggestion that the tree type be changed from a white pine to something that has deeper roots. Is there anyone?
Well, the motion has to be for the entire application. So you can include the landscaping condition or suggestion, but then there also needs to be, the vote needs to contain a decision on the building.
On the building itself? It can't all be rolled into one?
Well, it is.
Yeah.
But you just stated the landscaping one, so just.
Okay.
go with that. The motion has to-
Just that change, one change. Okay, so, anybody want to make a motion
I'll make a motion to
to,
approve the landscaping with the, as shown with the stipulation that, that an alternate be provided for the white pine.
and that we approve the building
And that we approve the building design,
And-
finishes,
and color.
materials, color, height, all of those things, yeah.
As presented?
as presented.
As presented.
I will second it unless, sorry, I was too fast. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, the plans are approved as far as ACABOR goes
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank you. Let's give these away.
Okay. Will you guys provide a resolution, or?
I'm sorry?
Will you provide a resolution, or no? It's just on the record? No? Okay, all right.
You
Thank-
don't get a decision.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Do you need these back?
It's up to you. If you want them, you can keep
Do
them,
you want
or I
these?
can, you want a set?
Okay, she would love them. This is just the residence. Okay, next up is the Ausch residence. Sit here, maybe, and then we can pull that mic back, is that the best? Yeah. Now, somewhere here, I got a full copy of this plan. So say your name out loud, please, and your relationship to the project. Yeah, there we go.
I'm the owner's rep for this project, and I'll give a brief review of.
I'm sorry, can you just speak louder?
Yes, yes. This property it was subdivided in 2010 as a buildable lot. It's, at the time, it was not planned to be built up, but it was, the property was sold in a few years. It was vacant, so it's vacant land. It's a little bit, I think it's 1.2 acres. At the time when it was filed like a portion of it should be remained wild with the trees on it as a conservation easement. That's the back part of the property. So it's about half the property is meant to be built. And I'm proposing tonight the house that we're planning to build. It's a single-family house. The driveway is, the front of the property is 20 feet to the road, but the full width of the property is 100 feet. So the house that we're proposing is, complies with all the setbacks and height restrictions. And I would like to show the board the style of the house and hopefully get it approved. Sorry, I didn't bring along the fancy equipment. I'm new to this, so I didn't know.
Any renderings of the house?
There's elevations. So this is the house, right? So it's 2 stories. Yeah, so the house is 2 stories into the front.
Try in the mic. The mic is on, leave it the way it was, put it back to green, and now get closer to it.
Yeah, the house is 2 stories to the front. It's approximately like 3 to 4 stairs going up.
Try this.
It's so I would present the finishes that I'm proposing to put on it. In this particular case, we're going to use the double certainteed siding. This style, it's going to be a little bit bigger because this is 4-inch. I think they make it in 5-inch as well. So this is what we're proposing. We're doing herringbone, the color herringbone.
Just a minute, please.
Certainteed, double 5, traditional. Clapboard, it's called, clapboard. The style, this style is called clapboard.
Okay, and the name of the color again?
Herringbone. I've done it in the past and get very good feedback from it, and I'm proposing to do the IKO Cambridge roof with the color weatherwood. That's an architectural shingles. It works very well with this siding. I can show you some pictures. I've done it in the past. Yes, sure.
What was the name of the roof color again?
Herringbone.
I thought that was the name of the vinyl siding.
The weatherwood is the weatherwood. It has a brownish tinge to it, so it works very well with a beige color of the herringbone. I'm proposing to do.
Okay, talk about the windows, please.
Yes, so the windows, we're going to do the windows. So first we're going to explain here, the portion the entry is a little bit indented, but the roof is going to cover the entry, and there's going to be a balcony on top of the entrance that's going to be accessible from the second floor. So if you look at the elevations, this is the front elevation, this is the balcony right on top of the door. So the door will be, I'm proposing to do this. It's a therma-true door. I think, make some pictures for the board.
Is that the color?
It's the color. It's going to be the brown. I don't know if it's perfect. It's going to be brown. And the fascia will also be a dark bronze, which is going to be very, very brownish. It's a wood. It's a fiberglass door, painted, and it's going to be two side lights, as in the rendering.
But no glass in the door.
No, so the door with the side lights will match the windows upstairs on the balcony, the size, the dimensional, yeah.
What's the name of this?
It's a Therma-Tru. The color is going to be brown.
What brown?
We'll match it to the color of the fascia.
It's a custom color, it can be any brown.
Yeah, it's going to be painted.
The house looks like it overwhelms the roof.
You have a sample of the fascia for us to see?
No, it's a dark bronze. It's a brown color. I don't know.
Well, that's our job, is to find out exactly
Right.
what color.
It's brown.
There are many browns in this world, that's why we're asking.
I'm new to this, so I wasn't so familiar with this, what I'm supposed to, but I've done it in the past. I think I might have a picture of it. No, I didn't make a picture of it.
You're going to pick a brown, right? It's going to be a custom?
It's going to be a custom paint, and we're going to match this to the fascia. Will be the same color as the fascia. And they're standard colors. It's a standard color by it's made also by Certainty.
The paint you're gonna use is by certain.
No, the fascia is made by Certainty.
Okay,
And we're going to match the color of the door to the fascia.
okay.
And the gutters will also match, will be the same color as the fascia. The gutters, the leaders, will match the siding. Either the siding or the fascia will, we're not going to introduce a new color.
What's the deck made of?
The deck will be made out of wood, but it's going to be, the decking will be AZEK, like plastic material, which is also, composite decking.
What color? Oh, go ahead. Is that what you were asking?
A neutral color, which is going to match to the, it'll be a grayish brown, very, very.
Which
Okay,
particular?
I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you. We're gonna all match it to this color. This.
Okay, that's not a Trex?
This is a canyon. No, but it's gonna be this line. I didn't choose it yet.
So who is the manufacturer of this?
Of this color, this is Royal. This is one of the siding companies, Royal Crest. This is a vinyl siding.
Yes.
But this is the tone that we're going to introduce.
Paint, that's a sample of a vinyl. Right, so, but you're saying you're gonna match a color to that color, we
Yes.
just don't have the name of the color.
Right. I wasn't aware that I need to have that.
The color, this color on the deck.
Similar.
And you said AZEK, most decks are Trex or similar from Lowe's or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah, AZEK
Is a brand. It's a brand that makes it. That makes also these kind of things. They also make this decking.
AZEK?
I think so.
Yeah.
No,
They just make trim.
Yes.
they make trim. Okay. Sorry about that.
like
it
Trex.
would be
And
built,
Trex makes various
yes,
systems.
And what color would you choose for that?
for that. I think I would want to choose bronze.
You're thinking aluminum, an anodized
Mhm,
aluminum bronze?
yes. Dark bronze.
And the posts are gonna be custom.
It will be custom, yes, and it has to be painted, and it will be painted the color of the siding.
Figured all out, there's so many pieces here.
Yeah. The posts will match the siding? You said?
Yes,
So the railings are going to be manufactured like Trex or something like that?
yes.
And what color will those be?
Well, bronze.
That's an option from Trex as well.
I've never seen it.
I think that's kind of the problem, is that we don't have the
So,
specific colors. That's all.
okay, so, you know,
Black, and I believe they have.
they should have in brown. I think it's a dark brown color. Bronze is a dark brown
I've
color.
never seen it.
So what would the board suggest if there isn't? I would do whatever the board suggests, either white or black. We need to do bronze, right?
We need a name of a color.
Oh, I see.
We need a category. We need a name.
Okay,
So, right, with a name on it.
okay.
Like, if there's just,
Go ahead.
there's just too much being left to our
Okay,
imagination.
I understand. No, it's,
It
yeah.
needs to be documented
Right.
so that when they go out to look at the house and the
Right,
person
okay,
says
so-
that
so we're gonna
it's
do that.
brown, your interpretation of what the brown might be different than what's actually on the house, and how do you, right? So we just need more specifics.
So you can say like Benjamin Moore,
Right,
whatever
that's
color,
what we-
for
right.
example.
Come back to us with,
Sounds fair.
like, they came to us before, I don't know if you were seeing it from back there, but they
Yeah.
came to us before with a chip, right? It was a
Yeah.
big sheet, it had a color, and it had a number, and a code number, and a name. Something,
I understand, yeah.
okay.
Okay, it's for the railing and for the fascia, right?
Anything that's got a color, yeah. Just like you brought us the sample of the siding, you showed us a sample of the
Right.
roofing and the siding. We need that same situation set up for a paint.
Correct.
But the windows will be MI sliding windows. They're gonna be white.
Oh, I was gonna say, please don't tell me they have a color. They're white?
Yeah.
Okay. And that'll brighten it up too.
Yeah.
It needs to pop a little. It's getting dark.
Can we see that down at this end, please? You?
Color is it?
The
Which color
windows?
is it? This says asphalt architectural standards. Which color?
It's the herringbone.
No, this one.
Oh, these are weatherwood.
Weatherwood.
On the shingle.
Weatherwood?
Yeah,
It's on the right
right
page, right
side.
I
side.
got it.
Okay. I think like the third one down.
The balcony on the back of the house, I'm not seeing that there is access from the back of the house.
Yeah, it's access because this protrudes, this portion protrudes, so there's access from the side. If you look at the side elevation, see over here. So it's the railing, the door paint, and the decking, right? Anything else? And
On
the
the,
fascia.
on the trim, on the front windows, what is that going to be made out of?
So
You said white, but what material?
the trim is not, the window is going to be white. But the trim around the window is going to.
This is all part of the window here?
It's part of the window. So now, if the board feels, if the board feels that it needs a little bit more dressing up, I'm open to any suggestions. I would maybe recommend something that I've done in the past, and you're going to see how well it works with a herringbone color. This is Indiana limestone, and this is the herringbone color, and it works quite well with it. And I would suggest to. No, yeah.
We're asking you about, I'm asking you about the trim around these windows and doors on the front.
You can see it there.
Now, what I see there is something that looks like it's the vinyl
Yes,
siding,
yes.
and it's very narrow, but on the front here, it's wider.
It's about 3.5 inches.
What's that?
It's about 3.5 inches.
So
Yeah,
what
but
is-
not in here, this is about
This-
6
Yes, exactly.
on the front.
This matters.
A, and the second one, and the rest of the house doesn't have, that has trim, but this doesn't have trim.
I would not do it anywhere but in the front. But it is that, what you see in the picture.
On both sides, he's showing it on the back. There's wide trim around all those windows on the back, over the whole back.
Yes.
At the upper floors, but then not at the bottom floor.
They look like they're framed out. Does that
you
make
just got
sense
it on
to you?
the side,
So
not
it's
on
the
the back.
window popped in, and the way it appears on the drawings, it looks like there's a molding of sort, like a frame. Is that accurate for what will be there?
That's where
or-
you usually use the AZAC, what Debbie's talking about.
If the board would like me to do the AZAC, we can do the AZAC
your
around.
intention?
My intention was to hear what the board recommends.
Have an idea of what you, square footage, what do you?
I'll tell you, I was thinking that it would look good to make this strip in stone. This and this strip.
Okay, but that's outside the window.
Right, right.
Conversation. Right now,
It's around the
go
windows.
back to the window, like the stone is
If we do
everything
the,
around
if
the
we,
window.
if we do the stone, we're not doing any trim around the window.
Okay, so it's just the window.
Just
minus
the window,
frame.
yes.
Okay, and that's what you preferred, and the stone,
That's-
just like that, so that's why you showed us that
Yes,
picture.
yes.
Because that picture doesn't look like what's in the drawing.
Right, right,
Okay.
correct.
So we're going to not go by the drawing, we're gonna go by that picture.
I-
That's okay, just make sure we're clear.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Stone in just this one bay or?
On two. Well, we're going to do this section in stone, this section in stone, and this section in stone.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see that. You turn it around. Where's the stone going?
are you talking about
Around the
the
win-
whole
the pop-outs,
section,
yeah.
or just the window piece? Just that little window piece?
No, the whole from
The
the whole front.
Watch me, see if this is right, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Everything in here,
Yes.
everything.
This whole thing here.
No.
Oh, this section. Oh, right here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so up here, in here, and in here. Not that, sorry.
Do you have a sample of the stone with you?
It's Indiana limestone. It's a natural stone, and this is it.
That's a picture of it.
Yeah.
Who manufactures that stone?
It's not manufactured. It's actually a natural stone. It comes from Indiana. Hag, the company name. It's a limestone. It's the Indiana limestone. It's not. It's just like what you have over here. Bluestone. Indiana has limestone.
Okay. This is Indiana.
Here we go.
limestone.
So this flat with some windows. It's going to be a brown, yes, but no. So that's the challenge. We're going to have to somehow do the closest match to what we have with a fascia.
Are using stone on the structure?
If the, see, I would like to make it the least, this is expensive stone.
No, it says no, that's what it says.
Right, it wasn't, but I see that the board is interested in lifting up a little bit the face, and I'm open to put the stone on the front of the building.
The board really just wants to understand what your intention is and what you're showing.
Right.
That's why, so what
We're
do
not
you want?
here to
So,
design.
so I would keep it simple. I would not do the stone.
You would or would not?
No, I was understanding that the board is interested in getting it a little bit, the
Well,
looks a little bit more,
I can't speak on the rest of the board, but I would like to say that the house in and of itself is massive. We're looking at almost a 5,000 square foot structure, right? So for me, it would be more appealing if it had a little bit of some character to it, some contour, instead of it just being a flush vinyl-sided
right,
mass. So a little depth. So
Right.
if you did the moldings around the windows, gave it some detail, some accessories, it would kind of, how do you say, take that, looks like a mass and give it some kind of dimension.
I would like to explain that it's not so big in the front. It's about 50 feet in total. So any typical house.
In
And-
its entirety,
Right.
but it's still, it's a large structure, and whatever you would do in the front, we hope you like simulate it in the back, so that it appears the same.
So then we're going to stay with a trim around the window because it's costly. It's about, it costs $30 a square foot.
Nobody's
stone.
pushing for asking for
Right,
stone. on
right.
the building.
No, you
So-
brought that up,
yeah.
but what we're kind of doing is trying to make it
Okay,
more
I understand.
aesthetically appealing based
Right.
on what you tell us,
Right.
and just making suggestions, that's what we're here for,
Right,
right?
right.
We need to be very clear on your intention. And your intention is a little vague. Yes, that's the word. Thank you.
So can we leave it open, either
No.
doing,
We cannot.
And leave it open in the sense that you can come back.
I would like to complete
I know,
it
you're
tonight.
not really prepared,
So
and I know you
if I make a
know,
decision
but-
about the windows, then we can sign off on it, or?
So the windows are just big panes of, they're simple, there's no division or anything, there's big, large panes of glass. And there's a whole range of sizes of square, rectangular.
Yeah, the windows
Which in particular, in the sides of them?
I mean, also to the back of the house, right? There's so many windows. Yeah, there's no separation in the windows.
Well,
No.
There's big, it's a modern.
Do you have a picture of the windows?
No.
Again, he's not prepared.
Do you know what type of windows
Yes.
you're using?
MI, it's made by MI, slider windows,
They're all sliding.
yes.
All of these are sliders?
Yes,
1, 2, 3, 4?
they're all,
But that one doesn't have any deck under it. What happens when you open that door?
which one?
Oh, it's window, it's not a door.
This is a window.
These
It's a
are
big-
all, those
Oh,
all
these are
windows.
slider windows, not slider doors.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's the door.
I think we need a plan that gives us everything. Right now, we just don't seem to have that. I mean, that's the way I feel.
I agree. I think like the lack of knowing the colors and knowing what the windows kind of look like, it's just not enough to be able to.
Okay,
say,
so-
okay,
so-
the windows are good enough.
This is the,
Windows are also a
this is
little
the deck
low.
color?
No, I
Or
just brought it
what
on.
brand of,
That's a
I'm
vinyl
gonna
siding
bring, I
color,
see that the,
turns
oh,
out.
you know, this, no, I thought, somebody told me it's the deck color.
Well,
Well-
yeah, he's saying
What
that
brand
kind
of
of deck, he's
decks we're
thinking
using,
color
Trex,
and-
TimberTech,
yes.
you gotta get a
So,
sample of that also.
I'll bring the sample.
He's not quite sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay,
So Trex makes a deck and it makes a railing close to that, though it's gray, it's more gray than the panel. You'll see.
So can we just rehearse, we can review what the board would like me to present next
I
time?
think, in my opinion, only that you might want to ask for a continuation so that you can come back to the board with exact samples of colors, brands, types that you intend to use on this building so that we can make a proper judgment on the aesthetics of this building.
Okay,
It would also be helpful if we did have a color rendering. A lot of times when new houses come before the board, it's a color rendering, and it really helps give a feeling for how the house is all coming together. Personally, I'm finding it a little bit hard to see how the house is all coming together, especially like Debbie said before. It is a very big house, so.
let me just say something. The portion of the house is 50 by 50. I don't think it's so big. It's not, the structure of the house is 50 by 50. There is a protrusion, a sunroom in the back, and there's a garage in the front.
Well, it's 90 in the
I
back.
didn't mean it
It's-
to say there was anything wrong with it.
Right.
I
It's
just-
90 feet
There's
in
a
the
lot of
back.
things going on here, right? And like, we have windows now that this whole portion of the house is slider windows, and then there's windows over here. And to be honest with you, it's very boxy. I mean, I don't like the layout of the windows and the way they're laid out, but that's neither here nor there.
They're all sliders, every window
Right,
in the
every
house
window's a
is a slider.
This looks very.
I'm not sure that the sill of the second floor sliders are, you gotta check that they're high enough, safe to open that slider to certain levels, so that should be checked. That's a code issue, so that's the building.
The size of the house is not that big. We can't imagine, we're having trouble putting the colors onto each of these components and then trying to see what it would look like in its finished, as a finished product. We need you to assist us with that, so you need to bring back all that information. Okay?
All the key pieces
Yeah.
clear, and like the railing, it's gonna be a manufactured railing. You get from Trex probably, and they have the
So-
system. Roof, like a tiny hat on a big structure. It just doesn't find the roof very, overwhelmed by the mass of the house underneath. It's
The
like
roof
pulling a little
doesn't-
cap on top of
Yeah,
it.
the roof does not seem to fit the house.
Seems to needs a little more heft. Little larger eave overhang.
Yes.
We also need to know about the lighting that you're going to.
With models and makes and pictures of what it looks like. You're going to have lighting in the back where the slider's open. And you talk about lighting in the backyard. We need to know what that is, where the lighting goes, et cetera.
What about landscaping too?
Yeah, we haven't, the only landscaping I see here is around the 3 air conditioning units. We need to know what
There
other
is-
landscaping.
there
you're
is,
putting
on the site plan, there is landscaping. shows on the front of the building.
So, looking at the landscape, proposing chain link fence all around the property?
Yes, I guess there's going to be a chain, there are, and most of the property has already a chain link fence.
It's existing?
It's existing.
Okay. And then around the edge of the property, are you proposing any plantings and kind of find it hard?
There is over here, shows in front of the garage, it shows some
Can you
plantings.
just adjust the mic?
Red
We can't
maple.
hear you again.
It shows a red maple in the front, right? A new red maple over here, and then it shows some planters around the front of the house.
So, just right by the house, nothing like on the perimeter, no screening around the house? Because there's not existing woods there?
No, the woods is mostly to the back of the property. There's no trees really in the front in front of this house.
Tiny plants, I'm looking for this. Yeah. Let's look for a bigger one. Get a magnifying That's not on this one. Where's the front?
Tell us, with these pictures you provided, is this the house in front of the proposed house?
It says on each picture, and on the back of it, it says the address. Yeah,
Driveway to be cut
Yeah.
in 135 South
right,
Island.
right, yes,
Right next to it.
right next to the front of it, 135 in South Island.
Where is gonna go?
So on the plans, you have no lights on the house?
It doesn't show on the plan.
It says, lights on the house only. So you're not putting any lights on the house?
We're going to put lights, but
Well, why don't you have them on the plans if you're gonna put them on the house?
on the plans, this is typical plans, you know, that they don't always show the lights on the plans, but I guess in the front. Okay. You know, I'm a builder for 20 years. I've never been through this process.
You put 20 lights on, you put 2 lights on, there's a big difference.
Okay. You know, I wasn't aware that the town requires all this to be decided before. I'm currently building 3 houses. I know how to build.
Yeah, I mean, every plan that we see, it says where the lights are gonna go, they give us a sample, it's not like
Okay.
we're saying it to you. It's-
Okay, no problem. It's fair. We'll have it.
Where has your experience been in the past? Just curious.
I built in Orange County. I built in
Been building in Orangetown before you didn't
No,
come across the same.
I haven't built in Orangetown, in Orange County. Orange County. I'm building here in Muncie. I built more than maybe 20 homes here in Rockland County. Yeah, this home that I provide you the picture, I built that.
Okay, so I was gonna say is each township.
Right, I understand. No, I respect that.
I'm just trying to understand.
I respect that. I'm not
No, I'm
complaining.
But yeah. Building in Orangetown, we need more detail.
No problem. We'll provide. So about the roof, I'm not so clear what you want me to do with the roof. The roof is basically wraps around the house. I can make the pitch higher, if that would be, this is a 12.4 pitch. I can make a 12.6 pitch, if that's going to be, but then it's going to look more massive.
No, it's not big enough for the house. It's a little bigger, so you give it a bigger, you make it a little.
You can't do that because the size, it depends. If you want to make a hip roof, you could make an unhip roof, but today, everybody does hip roofs. And it depends on the size of the structure. You don't have an option because the size.
The hip roof is big as you need it.
What?
I make big hip roofs.
It meets in the middle. You're limited to where it meets. You can't make it longer, wider.
The walls of the building, you can make the eaves this big.
Oh, you mean 18 inches?
Big, and then go up from there.
18 inches? You mean, you want me to bring it out 18? This is approximately 18 inches.
I know. For the scale of the building, it looks like a little bit, when I do it, the eave and the size of the building falls to the eave.
Maybe this is going to clarify a little bit better what, this is the roof.
I understand how the roof looks. See it in the elevation, I know what I'm looking at.
So make a suggestion. I'm open to that.
Make the eaves bigger, make them much bigger, the roof will go up a little more, that's all.
But you want me to make the pitch higher?
No, not necessarily, just make the eaves bigger and the roof will be, as the eaves
How
get
big,
bigger,
24
the roof
inches?
gets a little bit bigger. I don't know how big the eaves
How big are your eaves now?
18 inches is the tip. It's somewhere between.
That drawing does not look like 18 inches.
This may be another situation like a windows bar, that what you're actually planning to do and what your pictures depict are two different things. Because what you're saying is going to be, is not being shown in these drawings. It's not being conveyed in your drawings.
So I would like, when I come back next time, I would like to please the board members. I was wondering if you have a suggestion of how to make these, how much overhang do you want me to do? Typically, it's.
Add another 6 inches to what you have, and the roof will get a little higher as you do that, and then, it'll look more like the size of.
I see.
the fit.
Okay,
When
will
you
do.
do that kind of thing, you can, often it doesn't take all that much, but it can be a big difference, like if you make it 6 inches straight all around, the roof will get bigger then. Because it's a hip, so you go further out, it takes a little further.
Right.
And it can make a large difference. To me, looking at it, it just feels like the roof is a little tight on the mass of the house.
Okay.
And I like steep roofs too, I like bigger roofs, a little more angle, but, cost, each of those things, makes the roof bigger, it does make it more costly, but the look of this house is a shallow, the intention on the look of the roof is a shallow hip, so that's fine, I just think a little bigger will fit the mass of the building better, will cap the building better.
So, that being said, would you like to request that continuance, that you can come back with everything that is missing tonight?
Correct, yes.
Say those words into the mic.
I would like to request a continuation of this meeting, so I should be able to present to the board the requested items.
Okay. I'm sorry. Brittany, do we have a public?
Yeah, because there are members of the public that are here, so if any members of the public have questions or comments, as a courtesy, the board can extend that. I would just note that this application is also going to the planning board, so to the extent the public has any questions, those questions should be limited to the board's purview, which is concerning the architecture of the building. And the members of the public can also write to the building department or go to the planning board or come to the next ACABOR meeting, which open it to the public if
Yes.
anyone has any questions.
And that planning board meeting is December 10th. Okay, that being said,
The same way that you were notified
from the public wishing to speak on this application this evening, please come forward to that microphone and state your name and your address. You'll come up one at a time, and you have 3 minutes.
My name is Dan Alexander, 18 Gutman Lane. I grew up in the area, and I don't know if anybody on the board is aware of exactly how this is laid out, but basically it's a landlocked property. The house is going Center Street and Gutman Lane. I guess the entrance is through South Highland. Center Street and Gutman Lane are homes. Gutman Lane was built in the 60s. The houses on Center Street are probably pre-World War II. The houses on Center Street are probably 1,000 square feet, most of which are one level. The houses on Gutman Lane are 2 levels, probably not more than 2,400 square feet, any of these houses. And they're going to drop in a 5,000 square foot house right behind all these houses. Does not seem appropriate. I don't know that the purview of this board is the road and everything that would go into it, but it's 20 feet. So I think that in itself is issues. Between my parents' backyard and the house behind it is 20 feet. And they're going to put a 5,000 square foot house back there. Seems aesthetically a problem for everybody in the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
We have all that down? Yeah. Please come to the microphone, state your name, your address, and ask your question.
Nick Dispenseri, 27 Gutman Lane. My question is, the driveway going into this house, I was looking at the plans, it starts off 20 feet wide and narrows down to look like 10 feet. And if there's ever a fire back there, how would a fire truck get back there to put a fire out with such a narrow driveway?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Please state your name and your address.
Yeah, my name is Daniel McClure, 6 Perillo Court. So right on the cul-de-sac, some of my neighbors' houses, number 3 and number 5 Perillo, their backyards are right up against the property in question. I'd like to kind of double-click into a point that you brought up and a point a few of you have brought up as well, is this is a 5,000 square foot house. It's going to go edge to edge on the property. This house will exist directly behind number 3 Perillo. We have very narrow and long backyards with not a lot of property behind us. We obviously live in this neighborhood because we like the space around us. We enjoy kind of that privacy. So I would like to hear some answers on how that privacy with such a large structure is going to be maintained. Are we going to put green giants up? Is there going to be a big hedge? What about light pollution from the lighting around the house? So you all are bringing up very good points about the make and manufacture of the lighting, what it's going to look like, and how much light pollution is going to come from that. Because obviously my neighbors should not have light blaring into their back windows when we have enjoyed the peace and quiet for so long. Another point that was brought up was the unpreparedness of the builder. Obviously, I understand that many houses have been built, but living in Pearl River for a significant amount of time and having worked on my house, I understand that Orangetown takes policy and procedure very seriously. So I have to question a builder coming into Pearl River who is as unprepared and not understanding of the process that's in place that you have all have laid forward, and I'm sure is like very clear for anyone who wants to build a new house. So I can't speak to anyone's resume, but it brings up a lot of questions about how the structure is going to be built. Is it going to blend into the neighborhood, or is it going to stick out like a sore thumb?
Okay, thank you. Or did you have additional comments?
I mean, I've got a laundry list, but I know I'm on a timer.
Yeah.
But some of my neighbors have also emailed you, so we can certainly talk about that. But yeah, overcrowding and just confidence in the building itself certainly comes into play.
Well, there are rules about setbacks from the property lines, and that would come up with the zoning board.
Sure. Yeah, we have neighbors here from Sandhague as well who are concerned, so we're definitely, we'll be here. We'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else from the public? State your name and address, please.
Maureen Freer, 7 Pearl Court. I had no intentions of speaking, but again, what Mr. Alexander said, I'm directly behind you. It literally is going to be, our properties are long and not deep. And it is going to take up 2.5 yards, this 5,000. It's going to be the entire house next door to me and most of my property. And it's going to be like a wall. It literally is going to be 20 feet, and then they have some footage. And again, a concern was if there was ever a fire. And lastly, the chain link fence is all broken down. The property had been broken up. There used to be the original owner on this, I think it was 2 acres, 3 acres maybe. And he had, fruit trees. So we had a fence, but that was to break it up from the woods. It's not all fenced in. So the very least we would want would be some kind of privacy hedge. It would be like having a 3-story building right outside your window. Because you see, it does look like it's almost 3 stories in some of those plans. Anyway, and the other thing is, we weren't notified until Thursday, so there's only 2 people on our street here because everyone had commitments. So it would be helpful if we had a longer, so people could make it. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think when you come back with your landscaping plan, you should take into consideration the neighbor's comment that they need some screening along that fence. So you can include that in your. Are there any other questions? Okay. State your name and your address, please.
Hi, Gary DeZeni, 3 Butternut Drive, Pearl River. Where this proposed driveway is, there are a row of, huge, bigger than the base of your tables there, double the size of that base. And with this new driveway being cut in, I'm sure the roots will be damaged, the trees will die, and, you could never replace them. So, it's landscaping. Where that driveway is gonna let out, it's gonna be an odd intersection. It's offset from Butternut. It's gonna be a 4-way intersection on a pretty busy street. And there's no other way in or out.
Thank you.
Also, when will we be notified, like this meeting, when will it be rescheduled?
Can't answer that at this point in time. It will depend on when the applicant.
Planning board,
Yeah.
after the planning board meeting, so the planning board.
So do we look for will these public notices have to be updated? Because on the notices that are out there now, they give the time and the day of when this meeting was. So how will we know when the next meeting is?
They have to be posted and updated.
So it'll have to be new signs put up.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. And now, sir, you need to ask
Ask.
the continuation.
I would like to continue this session to this meeting, and in order to address some of the points that were brought up. I thank the neighbors for coming by. I plan to be I respect their concerns. I'm not coming in to I'm not coming in to be a bad neighbor, we're coming in to be good neighbors. The structure itself is not as big, it's basically 50 by 50. Any house is wider, any house, almost, all the way. No, that's the, I'm saying, the 2 stories, I'm talking about the 2 stories.
The structure is 91 feet by 50 feet. It's not a small structure for residential, and it's way bigger than all the other houses around.
So,
So just own up to that, but it is. It's very different than the immediate houses around it.
do you suggest that I can?
You own the land, and apparently you can build a building of this size based on strictly the zoning that's around here. Doesn't mean it's in harmony with the houses that are immediately around it. You don't care about that, you want to make money.
No, it's not, I do care about it. I respect the concerns. I didn't think,
I don't see, for me, I don't see this as caring about this neighborhood. I care about making money. You know, but there's nothing wrong. It's not that you can't do that. You're right.
the truth is that I was building it for my own needs. I was planning to come live here. I have a large family, and it wasn't about making money. I was planning to be good neighbors. I am good neighbors. I live in Rockland County for 30 years in one place. I live in a small house, and I needed a little bit more space to accommodate my family. But so I don't appreciate so much this comment regarding making money. But
Another question. Why do you keep saying it's 50 by 50 when the plans clearly show it's not 50 by 50?
No.
I just want to know why you keep saying it's 50 by 50.
I'll explain myself. The garage,
I understand.
Right.
I know how to read the plans.
right, so the second floor is 50 by 50, right.
91.
Right, okay, the base, yeah. So, look, if,
But you keep saying it's 50 by 50, it's not 50 by 50.
so the 2 stories are 50 by 50.
I don't,
But that's a plan. Let's just leave that.
So we have a continued item.
Yes.
Sir, you can take all the questions from the public and the board and the comments. This is recorded, it'll be on YouTube. And after the planning board meeting, you'll come back to ACABOR and you can present to the board whatever your recommended changes.
The reason why I felt that this structure can go on this property is because the size of the property. It's a big size, you pay, and it's not, the typical properties here are much smaller, and it's hidden mostly from the eyes, so. What, from,
Surrounded by
People
houses.
in the audience who just said.
okay, I hear, I
Size is
hear.
hidden from it. These are the people that matter here.
I hear.
That's who we're here for, but not only just here, but so that it fits into the neighborhood.
Right.
This house, just on its own merits, a 5,000 square foot house that's on the larger side of the houses that are already existing is twice the size. It really doesn't fit in. I'm not so sure how this was approved, but that's not for us to know, I mean, it's not our job.
Proves the zoning.
Yeah, so but now we have to make it appealing so that it fits in every other possible way. That's our job here, okay?
So let's review what's,
No,
We're
we're
done.
done.
You're having your continuance.
Right.
We have asked you for things, and you need to put that when you come back.
This is.
You need to include that stuff.
thank you very much.
Okay,
Good night.
thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Keir Levesque. I am the architect for this project representing SMK Homes. Mr. Keenan couldn't be here tonight, so I'm here. So this is a house on Lot 1 of the Fennel subdivision. We are proposing this two-story modest house with front porch that actually goes past the garage, so that the garage is recessed on the front. And the front has board and batten siding, and the sides have double 5 vinyl siding, and the vinyl siding is Certainty charcoal gray, which is this color. That color.
Can everybody see that? You want me to pass it on? This is the Certainty charcoal gray. You're good? About that end of the table? Lighting.
The roof is pewter gray, that's this color.
And you said double 5 on that,
Yes,
right?
yes. The color scheme is grays and whites, so the windows are Pella white. The trims are white. The fascias are AZAC and white. The porch columns are HB&G, white. The front door is black, and that's a fiberglass front door. And the garage door is going
Color black.
this color black. Sure black.
Okay.
And the garage door is white. The lighting on the house is coach light at the back, sliding door, and that'll be black. And the lights on the porch are recessed lights. And this house is surrounded by the Pearl River School District High School. I want to lodge a complaint. The students keep ripping down the notices. I had to go there yesterday again to repost the property.
They enjoy that activity.
Something's going on. I don't know why they're on the private property to start with, but it's easy for them to do. Landscaping, we have some landscaping that we're using to just create a little personal buffer at the rear patio. It's a variety of annuals, some azaleas, some butterfly bushes. And up front, because the porch is raised above the ground, we're going to cover the bottom of that with some boxwoods and some more hydrangeas, and then black-eyed Susans.
What kind of boxwoods?
Wintergreen.
Is there a landscaping plan, or are you just describing?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, there's a
I don't
lan-
see one in my packet. Not that you don't
Doesn't look
have
like
one.
that?
I don't see one.
You can have my small one if you've got good glasses. Isn't that it? No, that's it.
Is that the only copy you have?
That's the only copy I brought.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
So, I have a question about the landscaping while you're opening that. Where the driveway's gonna go kind of next to these houses that are on, Progress Court,
Yes?
is there a way to add some screening there? Those houses are pretty well screened from the high
you're talking about?
Stapleton properties, Santoro property.
Talking about the east side, yeah,
Yeah.
east property line.
Correct. Yeah, between the driveway and the
Right.
fencing.
I don't know why we couldn't do that. You have my little plan, so I'll take notes on something else. Right now, there's a vinyl fence there, so I don't know how much.
Yeah, you need something like reasonably higher.
Yes. I suppose that translates into green giants.
Well, maybe something narrower, so you keep your yard more wide open, you know, in the arborvitae family. Something that doesn't go quite so wide.
But
Or
tall.
8 foot wide,
But tall.
yeah,
Right, because they're gonna grow into the driveway.
yeah.
And how often?
Well, it depends on which model you choose, how.
I'm not the
far
chooser.
apart. Whoever your landscape person will choose a type of tree that is gonna grow tall but not so wide, and that will be listed in the landscape plan.
Okay,
That style of tree, and,
And a fairly open spacing, not like a solid wall of green.
no,
right.
right.
So 15, 20 feet apart, maybe.
I'm not gonna answer that. You need to talk to your landscape
Okay,
architect.
I will do that.
Question about the light, the picture of, schematic, sample of the carriage light.
I do. It's LNC matte black outdoor sconce by LNC.
That's it, in the back, just one?
One. It's at the sliding door.
LNC, did you get that? LNC?
LNC matte black,
Putting it over the door or to the side?
to the side.
Matte black to the side.
Matte black.
Yes,
And it's on the
That's a
side of the opening side of the door.
right, the carriage light. Okay.
Just one other question, I don't know if this is our purview or not, but the two driveways at the end are like not connecting, is that purposeful? Like, it almost seems like why not just connect those two?
That was a subdivision requirement. You have to enter at 90 degrees to the street, which is why they have that little crook in them.
Just looks silly, like, it's almost like. It has to be
Okay, are there any other questions? Okay, we will now open this to the public. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on the project at 354 Hope Drive? Okay, hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. And is there a motion on the table for this project?
I'll make a motion to,
Well,
I'll make a motion to approve, with the contingency that we spoke about for the additional plantings along the driveway. Properties that abut public court.
and would you like to second that, Sharon? Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Let me be clear, east side.
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Project is approved with the condition. Yes.
Sorry about that.
Sorry you had to wait.
It's okay.
All right, next up is the 426 Dexter Plaza Eclipse sign. It's a long way to get here. Thank you for your patience. Please state your name and your relationship to the project, and write it all down.
Albert Dottoli, architect for the project.
Victoria Bertucci, owner of the business.
Donald Brenner, attorney for the project.
Tom Bertucci, Bertucci's, and this is Tri B2, yes.
Contractor.
Thank you.
Okay, please tell us about your project.
Eclipse Fitness Studios is a fitness studio we're opening in Pearl River. It's going to have a combination of sculpt and spin classes. We were here last time for our storefront for the glass windows, which was approved. So today we are back for the sign approval.
I believe you'll have this print.
Yes,
Okay, we were here last time, we talked about the colors and the materials. What we're talking about this evening is the signage. The sign will be 10 feet, 8 inches across. The larger letters are 2 foot, 2 inches tall, and the smaller letters are 8 inches tall. They are channel cut letters that are backlit. So in other words, the letters are, you have the face of the letter, and then there's a side wall to the letters, and the back side is hollow, and the lighting's from the back side. So at night, basically seeing a white background with the letters highlighted, I guess. We have the colors. The darker color is a navy. It's a Pantone. These are Pantene numbers, right?
Pantone, yeah.
Pantone number PMS 654C. That's the darker blue, which is navy. The other is the lighter blue, and it's a Carolina PMS 659C. I think Carolina's probably Chapel Hill blue.
Something like that.
okay.
The sign incorporates the logo that, what do we call that? It's supposed to be symbolic of a rider on a cycle.
The logo mark is a bit of an abstract interpretation of a wheel of a bike.
And,
Okay. I do see that. Now you mentioned it.
and I don't know if you have any questions.
When will the sign be lit?
Well, we were discussing this
We just
beforehand.
discussed that. We sometimes like the signs say, you can have them go where they go 3 hours or 4 hours after dark. Sometimes you can have them go through the night, but haven't finalized the decision on that.
Correct.
What we would like to do. I don't know if there's any recommendations from the board on what we should do with the lighting of the sign.
What are the hours of your business?
Classes in the morning. The tentative schedule for opening right now is to start classes at 6 a.m. The last class will start at 6:30 p.m. Middle of the day, there won't be classes, so you picture the business will be open between 5:30 a.m. maybe to 11 a.m. Break in the middle of the day, come back for the evening sessions from 5 p.m. to probably 8 p.m. And that's tentative to start, nothing set in stone, but that's pretty standard.
Roughly.
Mhm.
So would there be any reason you had to have the sign go through the night?
Not necessarily through the night, but in terms of desk hours and the visibility from the train, it would bode really well to have something lit up when the rest of the town is pretty dark, at least those times of the day. So no need for it to go 24/7 per se, but at least while we're in operation, maybe until like maybe 10 p.m. as trains are coming in from the city and stuff, just for visibility, it would probably do us a solid, I think.
Yeah, that's fine, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Not unreasonable. And I don't know if there are any trains after that for sure, so.
I mean, the city never sleeps, so you never know what
Okay.
comes in and out.
Pearl River does.
Pearl River does. That's a fair point. It's a fair point.
I live further south of the line, and the trains come through, I think the last one comes through about 12:30 at night.
They go that way.
Yeah, they do come late,
Yeah.
because my bedroom has almost a clear line of sight, and I hear them. They're 4 in the morning, especially
Yeah.
the weekends, yeah.
They pretty much go frequently.
Yeah.
The train station.
Train station
The
where
brew house.
is.
So when I went to look at this space today, it was a nightmare because there's dumpsters, there's giant trucks turning around. Are those dumpsters part of the transformation
Yes.
of your space?
Yes.
So they're gonna be gone.
Construction is heavily underway, so yes, that's why the dumpsters are there.
I had a serious problem coming in, and then the trucks were fighting me to get out. It was a nightmare.
There's a 30-yard dumpster there, numerous trucks that will hopefully in a month or so be out, be gone.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll be
Yeah,
happy to
it's-
welcome you easily in January.
That's where my entire staff parks, at the end of that entrance. And yeah, they've given me an earful a couple of times themselves, so yes.
Okay. All right, are there any other questions from the board?
So we're not talking about parking? We have a drawing for the parking, but we're not talking about that?
You have no, that might be, that's probably from,
With the space.
that's just part of the site plan.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
strictly for the sign.
I'm good.
Just for location.
Just for the sign.
All right.
Okay.
May I make a comment? You were mentioning about the lighting of the sign being during daylight savings time, and she's starting at 5:30 in the morning. Can we also start lighting it up at 4:30? Would that be fair?
Yeah,
Victoria?
I would say so.
4:35?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
In the morning, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have people coming, they've got to find you.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. People also are wild and work out at 5:30 in the morning, so you never know what demand is gonna dictate. So, yeah, that's a good point to make.
Okay, sure.
It's true.
You're not going to get me there at 4 now, I'll tell you that much.
I was just thinking that myself. This is not my place to editorialize on that. Okay, so let's open it to the public. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this matter? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. Do I have a motion to approve the sign as presented with the lighting hours as we discussed?
To approve as presented, the lighting as discussed.
Okay. Yes, what?
Never mind.
I just wanted
to make sure there was a condition for the hours of lighting.
It's not really a condition, it's a suggestion.
Perfect. I'll take it.
Okay,
Just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
okay. All those in favor? Aye. All right, you are approved.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience.
Nice
Thank
and
you so
easy.
much.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to close this meeting? Brian seconds.